Let's have another look now at some of the screens that are on the hand-arm vibration meter, the Revo. This is the basic screen that comes up. We've got it in hand-arm health because we're doing hand-arm vibration. And we've already gone through some of the options on the screen. But one of the things you'll notice is, if you're watching very, very closely, is the date's not correct. So we need to change the date, and we might need to change a couple of the other settings as well if we're not using it for hand-arm health. So let's have a look at the menu system. So the menu system's accessed by pressing F3. And then the first one that comes up is data memory. And basically all this is, if you click on OK, it allows you to do a few things. View the measurements you've already taken, and you can also set up the device as a data logger. So remember, the way they've been using it in hand-arm mode, we've been averaging, and it's averaging those acceleration levels in each of the 3 axes. And then we've been resetting it to start it afresh, and then pressing the down arrow to save it. But in data logger mode, it can just monitor those levels continuously. We can view and delete individual measurements on here by going to the next one. So if I click down there, click view measurement, there I've only got one measurement recorded in here, but these are the values for that particular measurement, so we can see that. So if you have multiple measurements in there, you can just work your way around them and see what each measurement is while the data is still on the device. So let's come back out again and go back to our menu system. Measuring mode, we've already had a brief look at this, but let's just see what different measuring modes there are in here. So if I click OK to highlight that, we've got human vibration. So human vibration is where you can set this up to be either hand, arm or whole body. So if I click into that, we've got the 2 options, hand, arm vibration or whole body, and choose the one that you want. In this case, we'd already chosen hand, arm health, and then we clicked OK to set it. And then if we go back, and then if we go back into the menu again, into the measuring mode, then we can choose another few options. So we can actually measure just the acceleration or the velocity, or if we go down, or the displacement. Now basically what this means is we're not attenuating it in any way to make sure that we're aligning ourselves with any standards for measurement. We're just measuring acceleration. These are, if you like, the raw values. They're not being amended for humans' reaction to vibration. On the same with velocity, it just measures the velocity, or it measures the displacement. So if you just want to measure those things without them being attenuated for the way we need to do that for the particular standards that we're measuring, then you can actually select those on here. So let's go back to the main menu again. We've got frequency analysis. So this device will also let you do a narrowband fast Fourier transform, or FFT, on here. So that's the one you would select for doing that. We can lock the keys, so you can stop yourself or anybody else actually interfering with the device if you've got it on a long measure, for example. We've got various device settings in here. So if I click on this, in here you'll find you shouldn't need to do anything with the sensor calibration, because that's when you send it away to a calibration house to be calibrated. But we have date and time, which is the one I wanted to really show you. So highlight that, click OK, and this is where you can select the date and time. So here we are at 12. Hold down the keys, it just makes it go a little bit quicker. 12:05, and then just press the left-hand arrows and it just takes you through each of the options. So we're in, you can tell when this is made, so this is September. (26th, 2024). Click OK when it's done. There's a shut-off timer, so you can get it to automatically shut down after a period of time. And then there's a thing to set the battery type, but basically you've got AAA's in there, that's not a problem. You can change the display brightness, the language of course, and you can basically put it to factory settings by loading the defaults. And there's an option to update the firmware, which if you send it back for calibration to Cirrus Research, if there's a firmware upgrade, we'll automatically do that for you. So there's a few different options there. You can use this meter for hand arm and whole body vibration, but you can also put it as a data logger, or you can do an FFT, a fast Fourier transform, so a narrowband frequency analysis if you wish to do so. So most people purchasing this equipment are purely doing it for the hand arm or whole body purposes, but of course, as I've mentioned, there's a few extra bits and pieces in there on this device.